What is going on, Adventure Nation? In this episode, we finish up with the Yukon, jump down the Cassiar Highway, explore some more of British Columbia, and we actually head back into Alaska for just a little bit. This is the Motorhome Experiment. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We are somewhere in the Yukon. Where are we? We're just outside of Haines Junction. And this is Pine Lake?
It's Pine Lake Campground.
Okay.
And it's a territorial, I believe, campground. I think it is because it comes with free firewood. Well,
yeah,
they're
$12 for the night, and it's included in the fee as your firewood, which is kind of cool. Although we didn't use it last night because it was like, I don't know, 30 degrees or so.
No, it was lower. Like it was 33 when we arrived.
Yeah, so it got pretty chilly.
But
this morning.
Good morning. The side we have actually is a double side, but it's very low in the season, so nobody's really fighting for sites.
No.
But that's why it's extremely wide. It has 2 fire pits, 2 picnic tables, and everything. So it's pretty cool. Extremely long too. It will fit the dolly and the car in front, as you can see. No problems. No hookups. Is dry camping. But for 12 Canadian dollars, how much it will be American?
$3.75.
Probably like $9 American. So it's a pretty good deal.
We gotta check on Kevin and Laura, see if they're ready for a hike.
We need to go and check out the lake. I guess there's a lake here.
What do you think of the views, Lori?
Oh, they're pretty spectacular. You're surrounded by the woods, but you can have peaks of the mountains or go to the lake, so it's pretty amazing. And have a set free firewood. I just can't get over it.
Yeah, where you go other places and it's $6 for this little ridiculous tiny bundle. Look at that. All free. Oh, hard to see it there. Comes with your $12 camp fee. That's worth the money just to stay for the firewood.
I know, we have burned more money on firewood than we have bought somewhere else.
Exactly.
Let's say it that way. Pay for your firewood and have free a campsite.
There you go.
There you go.
Rolling out of Pine Lake Campground here just outside of Haines Junction in the Yukon. Haines Junction is where you can go down to Haines City and take the ferry across to Skagway and then come up from Skagway back to Whitehorse, or you can just continue on to Whitehorse. We wanted to go down to Haines and ferry across to Skagway, but it's just too late in the season. Everything's going to be, or the majority of stuff's going to be closed. Ferries are still running, but the train out of Skagway is running very, very limited schedule, so just doesn't seem to make much sense. For time-wise and financially, it's going to be an expensive side trip for very little payback. So unfortunately, we're not going to show you guys any of that down there.
But you know what? Give us a reason to come back.
We can always come back up into here without going all the way to Alaska, and there's some beautiful stuff to see up in this area as well. So that's always an option in the future. Look at that. Woo. All right, that's going to be in our mirror in a bit. So here, Lori, can you take a quick shot out the window so they can see what's going on over there as we roll out of here? Pretty awesome, isn't it? So those are some of the views we've got. Now in our rear view mirror, on to Whitehorse we go. Alrighty, we are just rolling into Whitehorse. We just passed the Klondike Loop, which means we have completed the Alcan Highway. We've now traveled from Dawson City to Alaska on the Alcan, although we kind of did it a little bit weird.
Dawson Creek.
Oh, Dawson Creek, yes. from Dawson Creek to the Klondike Loop, and then we bypassed the last bit. Then we came in from Alaska on the Alcan to the Klondike Loop. Alcan Highway has been finished.
Oh, we're still on it.
We're still on it. Yeah, we're on it for a little bit.
We just have driven the turn lane.
Yes. Now we're gonna swing into Whitehorse, hit the Walmart parking lot where we can refuel, dump, fill with water, and see what's next. We have made our quick stop. Got some resupplies at the grocery store.
Did our produce grocery shopping again.
Produce grocery shopping, and of course, got our Tim Hortons.
Got you, obligatory in Canada.
Now we're gonna roll out of Whitehorse and down the road just a little bit. We just have to find Vegan RV. They're hiding on us in here somewhere in Whitehorse. They're a Starbucks household. We're kind of a Tim Hortons household, so there's some friction there, you know.
There is no friction. I can go either or.
You go both ways?
I go Tim Hortons or Starbucks.
There they are right ahead of us.
We saw our first bear!
Our first bear out where we didn't pay for it.
Yeah, Tenella we still paid to get there. So,
And we already left Alaska. What's up, Alaska? We come into the Yukon and they deliver. What's up?
Just saying. Just saying.
How cool was that? That was awesome. Good morning, everybody. We're leaving the Morley River Recreation site. I will say it's not very level, but it's a great overnight. It's pretty quiet, even though you're somewhat close to the road. You're off of the road enough that you don't hear it.
It's like a pull out that you're right at the road. Here's yet you're off of it.
Yeah, we showed this one on the way in. We stayed in this spot on the way in, and so we just decided that it was a good stop to stay on the way out. But we continue rolling south back to the lower 48. Today we will hit the Cassiar for the first time, and the Cassiar Highway is supposedly look, you can see the water probably dripping from the ceiling from all the condensation over the last few days. When you run your propane and it's this cold out, condensation builds up inside the coach and coats the inside of the windows, and it builds up in our coach somewhere up in here, so it pours out in the morning. We could run a dehumidifier, but then it's just too much other stuff to run, and it doesn't happen that much, and we shouldn't be in an area where we have to run our propane that much. We want to stay in that 70-degree weather, man. Okay, we have just pulled in for fuel here at Junction 37 Services. This is the junction of the Alaska Highway and 37, which is the Cassiar Highway. There's not a whole lot here, it's just a gas station, but the guy was just telling us he's only got a few more days of fuel left and they are done for the season. There is no fuel here all season round, so that's one of the things we're trying to figure out is if you can come, early, late, things like that. We are kind of as late as you get in the season. We are already I don't know what we're, September 16th or something like that. But everything is shutting down. Fuel stations, the one just up the road, said they didn't have any fuel left. They shut down as of the other night. Another fuel station just called this guy and said they're done as of 7 p.m. tonight. So if you are coming late in the season, tough to get fuel here. We were just down the road from Watson Lake, so we could have rolled into Watson Lake to get fuel, but we also had enough on to probably get down into Dees Lake, and this gentleman here says Dees Lake has fuel, so we'll keep you up to date on that. Okay, Lori, I just explained what Junction 37 is, that we're about to go on the Cassiar. This is uncharted territory again.
Yeah, we have not been through here. We came all the way through the Alcan coming up, and now taking the Cassiar, checking it out.
Yeah, so it's always exciting to get onto a new road.
Not only exciting for being a new road, but exciting because it's off-season in a road that has a tiny, teeny town. So we'll see, I guess.
And we have no idea where we'll be able to get fuel next. Now we're gonna get interviewed because they're wanting to know why the heck anybody would come down here at this time of year. All right, we rolled in here to Dees Lake because the guy up at Junction 37 told us that once we got to Dees Lake, we would have cell service.
And that means uploading video.
Uploading a video, talking to our staff in Las Vegas. And they said that the next cell service is 6 hours south of us.
Yeah.
So, that's not gonna happen. Gas was $6.10 a gallon approximately here, so pretty pricey, but we always expect gas to be a little pricey in remote Canada. But down the road we head south until we see what's up. They said the college down here has Wi-Fi, so we're gonna stop in there, try to get a couple emails out, and
check it out, basically,
and see what happens. We pulled in here to Kinaskan Lake campground. It's a provincial park campground, and I just don't know if we're gonna stay here more than a night. What do you think, Kev?
I'd say we just leave now.
Yeah, it's just not that attractive, is it? What do you think?
Spectacular, majestic. I don't know any more grand words. Good morning.
Hey lady, walking along the beach.
Yes, having a nice stroll.
A nice
on the beach.
freezing cold stroll.
Well, I'm prepared. I have my jacket.
Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous out here. This is Kinaskan Lake, and what a neat find. Just kind of stumbled onto it.
Yeah, we were in a boondock actually on the side of the road, so we would not pay a fee, and that was it. But then we saw the lake, and it's like, oh my god, we have to stay like right at the lake. And I mean, this is the campground that was right at the lake, and it's just gorgeous. Like, it's so well maintained too.
And they're probably gonna have a hard time hearing you this morning because of the waves, but it was last night. This place was glass, and I got this amazing shot of the auroras. It's very, very small. The camera wasn't functioning the way I want, but check this out.
Oh my god, how cool is that? The
is
reflection of the aurora in water. It just make it look like if it was a double rainbow or
It
something
was
like that.
crazy. So I had the camera set up right about here, pointing out that way. The lake was glass, and it was just absolutely gorgeous here last night. And what was funny is the camp host had told us that, yeah, there wasn't going to be any auroras, that they didn't expect any, and Kevin and I were like, we ordered auroras, so we expect them to be here, and we needed her to guarantee that. We laughed and giggled, and hey, they showed up.
Yeah, so that was a surprise, but it was a happy surprise.
Yeah, maybe our last chance to see them as we're getting further and further south now.
Yes.
And, oh, by the way, campground is absolutely impeccably maintained. The Lady Margaret, who is the camp host here, does an incredible job. These things are crazy. Let's take them up and show them our site.
So this is our site, and we were able to actually pull in, and the lady told us, it's like, you're welcome, just instead of backing in, we just pull in. So that's what we did to have the view of the lake. It comes with its picnic table, a fire pit, and it's straight camping. It's 20 Canadian dollars a night. I just don't know if it comes with firewood, because it says that it comes with firewood, but I have not seen any little house. But, I mean, just the view itself is just pretty spectacular.
Yep. Very,
Extremely
very nice.
long sides. So if you have a 40-45 footer, extremely long sides.
We have arrived at the, I believe it's pronounced Meziadin Junction or Meziadin Junction.
We're gonna mess up all the names
Yeah,
around here.
around here it's gonna get pretty bad, but we're heading out to Stuart Hyder. Check that out. This is gonna be pretty cool. Little side trip.
Yep.
Oh my God, your car is just trashed.
Well, almost there, Paul. Washing time. Not yet.
There, if I use my big head to block the sun, you can see that glacier.
Right there.
I don't know if that's Bear Glacier or what that is yet, but we're assuming that's Bear Glacier. We'll have to check as soon as we have internet. We don't have internet. We haven't had internet for hundreds and hundreds of miles. So we'll let you know when we get to Stuart and Hyder. It is pretty cool though.
It's that blue color.
Yeah. We are just outside of Hyder, Alaska. It's a little piece of Alaska that is accessible through Canada. It's actually the most southern. What? Oh yeah, some fish down there.
Some of them still swimming.
There is a lot of dead fish here. The smell's nasty.
It doesn't smell that bad. We have smelled worse.
We have smelled worse, but this is nasty smelling. So we're gonna walk up and see if we can find any bears. But this little boardwalk, I think it's called Fish Creek Boardwalk. And during season, you can see a lot of bears here chowing down. It's extremely late in the season, so we don't expect to see anything today.
But if you notice, the boardwalk is like, that's why everything is closed off. Like if you can actually show the boardwalk. See, it's so the bears cannot get to you.
Yeah.
Like literally there is a door and everything you have to open and close to get into the boardwalk. So it's a way of protection.
Like if the bear didn't want to jump over this thing and eat you, he couldn't.
They're more interested in the salmon though, probably.
Just hundreds and hundreds of dead salmon. Crazy. Huge, huge dead salmon. As you can see, one of the bears have come out to play and we're getting some amazing shots. It's really, really cool watching these guys in action. So we just drove 13 miles up a dirt road to see the Salmon Glacier because we were told it was spectacular, and it's all right,
It's
but
spectacular because you really climb the hill to get up to this view.
but that's it. That's the Salmon Glacier. Pretty cool. Or that's actually the toe of the Salmon Glacier.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a lot more of it up there that you can see, but I don't know about driving any further up there to get to it. We're gonna find out that we're 5 miles shy of the really cool spot.
We just totally crossed borders with no customs, so probably we're violating some sort of something.
International treaty law.
Because
NAFTA.
we were in Hyder, Alaska, now we are in BC again.
Yeah.
Going back to Hyder, Alaska, and then
Yeah,
back
it's a
into
really,
Seward.
really weird deal, but pretty cool.
And I just wanted to say, it's like in Hyder, Alaska, like the very southern end city of Alaska. It's like Alaska threw me a bone, and I was able to see a grizzly eating a salmon. So check mark on my Alaska kind of like bucket list at the very last minute.
One thing for sure, there is not a whole lot of stuff here in Hyder, Alaska. There's some people living here, obviously, but there's just not a whole lot of
The
things
friendliest
to do.
ghost town in Alaska.
Ah, there you go.
It's just so cute.
That's very appropriate.
We're living in Alaska right now.
Leaving Alaska, and we're going out through Checkpoint Charlie.
Living in Alaska.
All right, we're back in BC. We are now in Stewart, BC, and heading back out to the junction, and then we'll roll down towards Prince George. Not going to hit there today, that's for sure.
That's too many miles.
But pretty crazy valley. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like Seward area, I guess. I don't know.
For me, it reminds me a little bit of Valdez.
Valdez, Whittier,
Valdez.
all that kind of stuff.
The big mountains,
Especially the logging.
pines.
Yeah, the logging.
We switched the piping for the logging.
There you go, a Winnebago pickup truck. That's awesome. Did you get your Instagram picture?
I did.
All right, can we go now?
Yes.
Hey, why don't you turn off the car so it doesn't turn back on?
Awesome. All right, we are rolling out of the Meziadin Junction and continuing our trek south and easterly towards Prince George, which we will not make tonight probably. Stewart Hyder was a cool little side trip.
I like it. I really like it. Like Stewart's a very pretty little town. Probably when it's peak season, it's more hustling and bustling. When it was sleepy, by the little stores, cafes, and that stuff. Hyder was just like we didn't see really that much, but the cool part of it is the morning walk with the bears. So that made my trip to Hyder worth it. That one right there. Oh, and there is the sign.
Oh, look at that. The sign is finally appropriate. Oh, there's a baby.
Oh, baby bear.
Oh, butt running. Dude, I can't believe that actually happened at a time.
Here comes another one.
It's like, oh, baby.
Baby!
I can't believe they're that tiny this time of the year.
Man, there was some pretty cool stuff in that video, wasn't there? And what an awesome way to end it with getting a little iPhone video of the bear there. I wish I'd been zoomed in a little bit more with our dash cam, but just, doesn't always work out. But awesome trip on the Cassiar Highway. We're almost off the Cassiar, but this is where we're going to end this one. So it'd be awesome if you hung around with us a little bit, got to know us, and that means they have to... Hold on a second. Hold on. That means they have to
Subscribe.
hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you again next
Oh my
time.
god.
Bye.